Bersatu's disciplinary board will be meeting soon. It vowed that stern action will be taken against members who are found guilty of breaching party discipline. PAS is planning to hold a demonstration against US President Donald Trump's attendance at the Asean Summit. Stay tuned for this and more on Kini News. The Bersatu Disciplinary Board has promised stern action against members found guilty of breaching party discipline and tarnishing its image. This includes their immediate expulsion. In a statement, the board said it will convene soon to examine submitted reports and complaints. It said, as an institution entrusted with upholding discipline, integrity, and organizational order, it will look at every breach of party discipline, and regulations will be dealt with without compromise. It added that all members referred to the disciplinary board will be summoned to attend formal proceedings to provide explanations and defend themselves in accordance with the established rules. The Bersatu Disciplinary Board today assured that the process will be conducted transparently, fairly, and in line with the party constitution. It didn't name anyone, but the proceeding is believed to be called over allegations against Wan Saiful. Wan Saiful had previously been accused of collecting statutory declarations in an attempt to push for Party President Muhyiddin Yassin's resignation. It added that discipline is the foundation of the party's strength and urged members to stop any actions or statements that could weaken unity and remain focused on Bersatu's struggle. Still on the topic, a group of 10 Selangor Bersatu assemblypersons has rallied behind Secretary General Azmin Ali. They claimed Wan Saiful's remarks against Azmin are nothing more than a diversion. The group accused Wan Saiful of reviving Azmin's 2019 video scandal to deflect attention from his own failed attempt to bring down party president Muhyiddin Yassin. They said Wan Saiful and his allies were acting like enemies within, working with outsiders, and condemned the disgusting slander against Azmin. The reps pointed out that police had already investigated the case for over 8 months. They added that in January 2020, the Attorney General confirmed prosecutors unanimously found no case for charges. They said the AG accepted this recommendation and decided that no charges would be filed. The group also reminded that Wan Saiful himself is facing corruption charges in court. They said the matter that truly deserves attention is Wan Saiful's own case, as he has not only been investigated, but is now facing prosecution in court. Yesterday, Wan Saiful and several other Bersatu leaders held a press conference to address allegations that they were trying to force Muhyiddin into handing over the party leadership to Deputy President Hamzah Zainudin. During the press conference, Wan Saiful raised allegations of misconduct by Azmin and Bersatu Information Chief Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz. Bersatu has a total of 11 state assembly members in Selangor, including Azmin, who is the Hulu Klang representative. Johor Bersatu has also called for immediate action against Wan Saiful. In a statement, Johor Chairperson Shahruddin Jamal said Wan Saiful's case must be handled quickly by the disciplinary board to preserve confidence in its credibility. He said, as a political organization grounded on principles of order and ethics, any breach of discipline or conduct that tarnishes the party's image cannot be taken lightly. Shahruddin added the board must act without delay to show firmness and credibility. At the same time, Shahruddin said Johor Bersatu stood firmly behind Muhyiddin's leadership. He added that Johor Bersatu firmly expresses full support for Muhyiddin Yassin to continue leading the party and PN. Shahruddin also reminded party leaders and members to resolve internal disputes through official channels rather than the media. He said disputes should go through official channels or it will risk worsening the situation, weaken unity, and open opportunities for opponents to take advantage. Yesterday, Wan Saiful stressed that his press conference was called only after division chiefs were subjected to sustained attacks, allegedly by other party leaders. Wan Saiful also confirmed he will be submitting a counter report to the disciplinary board against Bersatu Secretary General Azmin Ali and the Supreme Council member Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz. From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. PAS has announced that it is planning to hold a demonstration against US President Donald Trump's attendance at the Asean Summit in Kuala Lumpur next month. Its Secretary General Takiyuddin Hassan said the protest is aimed at protesting the oppression in Gaza perpetrated by Israel and backed by the US. He told Malaysiakini that this is not about PAS, but how Malaysians who love peace are opposed to his presence. Takiyuddin added the date and location aren't fixed yet, but it could happen before Trump's arrival or when he is in town. The move follows the remarks from past President Abdul Hadi Awang, who warned that inviting Trump was like associating with the devil. Hadi said Trump had openly backed Israel's military campaigns against Palestinians. On September 27th, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim had responded to those questioning the invitation extended to Trump, stressing that Malaysia will use the diplomatic platform to continue voicing concerns over Palestine. He also said rejecting U.S. relations disregards the economic interests of both the people and the country, particularly in the high technology export sector. The inquest into the death of 13-year-old Zara Kairina Mahathir is expected to run past the coming state polls, possibly into next year. This is according to lawyer Ram Singh. Ram, who represents one of the students accused of bullying Zara, said this is due to the pace of the inquest, which is only 19% through despite being 16 days in. He was quoted by Malay Mail yesterday as saying that initially it was fixed until September 30th, but looking at the pace, it's very unlikely to finish this year. According to Ram, Coroner Amir Shah Amir Hassan said that only 14 of the 68 witnesses have been heard so far. Zara was pronounced dead at Queen Elizabeth Hospital 1 on July 17th. She had been admitted to the hospital after being found unconscious in a drain near the dormitory of SMKA Tun Datu Mustafa in Papa, Sabah at 4 a.m. on July 16th. In August, the Attorney General's chambers announced an inquest into Zara's death and later the exhumation of her remains for a post-mortem. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysiakini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Palestine has welcomed efforts by United States President Donald Trump to end the ongoing war in Gaza. Anadolu Agency cited local media as saying that it also reiterated its commitment to work with Washington and other involved parties to achieve peace. This came following Trump's announcement of a 20-point plan to end Israel's war on the besieged Gaza Strip. Trump had made the announcements in a press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The plan includes the release of Israeli captives in exchange for a number of Palestinian prisoners, complete disarmament of Hamas, and the formation of a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee to govern the enclave. The official Palestinian news agency Wafa quoted a presidency statement as stressing on the importance of partnership with Washington in achieving regional peace. It also renewed its joint commitment to work with the United States, regional states, and partners to end the war in Gaza through a comprehensive agreement. It said a comprehensive agreement is required to ensure the sufficient delivery of humanitarian aid to Gaza, the release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners, the establishment of mechanisms to protect the Palestinian people, and full Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. It added that this would also ensure the unification of Palestinian land and institutions in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, and the occupation, and open the path toward a just peace based on the two-state solution. Rafizi has claimed that PKR had long been plagued by a culture of hidden hands, where some members allowed others to do the public-facing work while they stayed in the background and maneuvered for positions of power. We carried out a poll yesterday to find out what the public thought about his claims. The majority of voters at 79% said that Rafizi had a point and money politics as well as cronyism must be tackled. 12% said that this is all political drama and Rafizi was trying to stir up controversy. 7% said that not everyone in PKR would be like that and the claims warrants proper investigation. What are your thoughts on the issue? Share your views in the comment section below. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.